Dopest Community, we are back, man. We're back to conclude this album. We have Mr. Pleasure and Never Ending Dread. Appreciate everybody coming along for this ride, going from video to video to video on this Sunday. Y'all know we never drop content on Sunday. I usually cook up content on Sunday to drop for the week, but we had to get this out here as soon as possible because I was so busy on Saturday. But let's get right in the next track, Mr. Pleasure. Let's see what's popping. Drew been cooking this whole album, and so is Bones. Let's get it.
I was put on earth just to satisfy you. I thought it died and went to heaven, but I was just inside your room. You got Judy Garland's eyes and your father's last name, and I've got nothing to lose. Hop in a limousine and let your head down. I show you things you ain't never seen. I'm all yours now. The life that you want ain't out of reach. The loving that I got, no, you cannot teach it. Just to satisfy you, let me love you, girl. Just to satisfy you, let me love
So that was Mr. Pleasure, and obviously that's what he's talking about. Talking about pleasure and the girl and everything. I was pulling this earth just to satisfy you. It's like a more upbeat track from one of Bones' many styles. Salute. But yeah, so he starts off, he was like, I was put on earth just to satisfy you. It's crazy because it says I was put on a nerve up here. But he's like, I was put on earth just to satisfy you. I thought I died and went to heaven, but I was just inside your room. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying like being around you, it feels like heaven, like, you know, but he's just inside your room. Like I really like you. So he's like, you got truly gorgeous eyes and your father's last name, and I've got nothing to lose. Hop in a limousine and let your head down. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead and cruise with us in the limousine. I showed you things you never seen. The more yours now. The life that you want ain't out of reach. I'm loving that I got. I cannot. The loving that I got, I cannot teach it. You know, the love I have for you, I can't teach it to you. I can't show you how much I love you and everything. It's something that's just inside of me. He's I was pulled. I was pulled on the nerve just to my bad. I was pulling this earth just to satisfy you. I'm over there reading. I was pulling this earth just to satisfy you. Let me love you down. I was put on earth just to satisfy you. Let me love you more. So, you know, it's like one of them, you know, another one of them like 80s style, like, you know what I'm saying, that quick rhythm, one of those high tempo songs right there. You know, Bones to me, like Bones is like a retro person. Like he always pays homage to music of all creeds, all time zones, all eras. He's tapped into all of them, man. So I know he's always researching stuff. I know he always listen to different type of music. Probably watching movies from like the 60s all the way to now. Just based on his references and everything, you would think he was a lot older than what he is. And I've said that a lot of times in videos. All right, let's go ahead and conclude this album with Never Ending Dread, the last track on the album. Let's see what's popping with it, y'all. Appreciate everybody.
keep it
Yeah, so that was Never Ending Dread. That song right there, man, it's like it's simple, but it has very powerful words. So he's saying like I won't live forever, keeping it together. I can still remember when I was better. So you guys ever had like I look at like you ever like you ever like had it like you ever been sick and then like while you're sick like you know what I'm saying like you can't taste anything and you just start thinking damn man I took for granted when I used to be able to taste stuff man. I want some pizza right now. I want some ice cream and it's like you start taking shit for granted like everyday shit that you're just so used to having. That's what I get out of this but on a deeper scale, right? So pretty much, you know, when you're falling on hard times, you know, I'm gonna kind of escalate it. When you fall on hard times, you start thinking about when the times were good, when you didn't have to worry about whatever you were going through, and then like it's just different things. So let's say like you end up getting sick, you end up in the hospital, you start thinking about how it was before you was in the hospital. So let's say you're playing sports or something like that, or something happens, you like break your arm or something like that. You start thinking about when that arm was working. You know, you start thinking about when that leg was working because you're so used to your limbs working. So when one starts acting up, you start reminiscing of what it felt like when you had it and you like took it for granted. You know, and I feel like that's what he's saying up here too. He's like, you know, I can still remember when I was better. Guess that is over. Everything's all over. I'll try to remember when my life was better. You know, so he's like, time breaks me down to the point of no return. Ride with me, confide in me. You can never do me worse than the world's already. So he's saying, like, you know, ride with me, say you there for me, you know, confide in me, like, let me know how you're feeling and everything, and just be there for me. You know, there's nothing, I'm not scared of nothing. You can't do me worse than this world did, you know, so I ain't really worried about it. He's like, I really know that you're with me. I really need to know that you're with me when you say you do. Say you do, you know. So I need you to really be there. I need you to really be in my corner. I need you to ride with me like how you say you were. Like, don't bullshit me. You know, you ain't gotta be perfect because you can't do me worse than the world already has. You know, I already have tolerance for that type of pain. So that's my analysis on this right here, man. I feel like this track right here it was a pretty solid way to end it, man. Like he's leaving you with thoughts at the end of the album and everything, of course, right before you run the album back and all that stuff. So but yeah, I feel like the album was dope. My favorite track was Complimentary Deep Tissue Massage. And I want to say I think Open House was too. I think those are like my two favorite ones right there so far. I got to listen to it some more, man. I got to listen to the album some more so I can let some other songs grow on me. But those two like grabbed me. You know, even yeah, 1942 grabbed me too. Open House 1942. Complimentary Deep Tissue Massage is my favorite one up here though, man. I like how it started and everything, how he just came through and just started like the beat, like the drums just came, you know, from Drew. Drew dropped the drums and Bones started spazzing. It was real dope to me, man. I really enjoyed the album. Salute to Bones for dropping this album, even though it's making me work harder. But that's what we do for the community, man. No lie, y'all. I was over here like I was looking in the comments, and the comments are like, yo, because everybody was saying all week, Bones gonna drop an album. Bones dropping the album Friday. Bones dropped albums like, yo, we gotta get to that. We gotta get to that. So then after that, you know, we had did some Tara Reid reactions and all that stuff. So then next thing out of nowhere, I'm just like, yo, what in the hell? He drops his album. I'm like, all right, cool. Then people are like, yo, Tara Reid dropped him album. I'm like, shit. And then then after that, they're like, yo, Tara Reid did it off the radar, like on the radar freestyle. I was like, shit. And then after that, I see that Suicide Boys did videos for that album they got with Fred Durst. I mean not Fred Durst. Whatchamacallit, man? Oh boy. Dang, man. Man, I forgot his damn name. Travis Barker. You know, Aliens and Ghosts and everything. They did like songs for like like they did like a bunch of lyrical. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. They did a bunch of lyrical videos for that joint album that they have with Travis Barker and everything. So y'all go check that out if y'all haven't. But yeah, all that stuff is happening on Friday, and I'm like, yo, man. Friday and Saturday, man, I had some really long work days, and I'm at work, I'm just looking at the notifications and everything. I'm like, dang. I was like, man, I gotta get to work when I get home. Man, I came home from work, kicked it downstairs with my wife and kids, and passed out, dog. I was done. Woke up Saturday, went to work, same thing, man. Long day, had to come home, kicked it with the fam, went to sleep. I was like, Sunday comes, I gotta give them what they want. I gotta drop all of it. You know, and y'all know what Bones album, if you guys aren't privy to the channel, with Bones album, since it's released under Empire, I have to break it down in pieces. The max amount of songs I could do per video is 4. You see what I'm saying? But I try to balance it out. So that's why I did 3, 4, 8, 12. 6. Yeah, I did 3. So I did 3 of them today. So just because it would have been 3, but since it's 14, we take one off. But it still was like 5-part series. But I made sure I dropped it all in one day, man. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. Stay tuned for next week. Y'all may or may not have a drop on Monday. It all depends. If it pops up, it does. If y'all don't see it on Monday, it's going to be there Tuesday. And we'll get into that offline album. You already know what time it is, man. Protect your peace with your peace. Stay away from negativity and naysayers. Love you guys. Let me know y'all feedback on this album. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Possibly. Peace.